Okay, yeah. Speaking about that, surprisingly, I don't know if you knew this, Andrade.
What's up?
Giannis was not the number one pick in that draft.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was actually
Pretty
Anthony
low. What was it, like 15 or something?
15th. It was actually Anthony Bennett. I might be saying it wrong. He's not
Either
even.
way, none of those first 14 picks equate to Giannis.
But yeah, what I wanted to allude to is speaking of number one picks, we're changing it up a little bit here on BTD.
Switch it
You're
up.
probably seeing it right over here. We got a list of recent or notable number one
Yeah,
picks.
notable. That
And
Slam Magazine posted up
Slam
on their Twitter.
Magazine posted up on Twitter. And what I wanted to know, Andrade, is out of this picture, out of this list, who's your favorite number one pick?
Woo! Let's see. All right. Right. Slam gave us 12 picks.
Okay.
Am I saying this right? Yeah, 12. We got Anthony Davis, Markelle Fultz, Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Derrick Rose. Why isn't it saying the other names? Karl-Anthony Towns, Ben Simmons, John Wall, and Zion Williamson. So we can just go off these 12s. If you want in the comments, pull up another one. Either way, for me, my favorite number one pick would be the same. You know who it is?
Who? Kwame?
It's the number one pick that I personally got to see, luckily, grow up in front of my eyes. And it's LeBron James. And maybe I'm being a little biased here, I don't know. But at the same time, I'll present in a very unbiased way why he's my favorite number one pick. Starting off, LeBron James got drafted in 03. So he's the first, at least especially off this list, or actually just in general, the first number one pick that went through the whole digital social media revolution, like process, like the whole, because like when he got drafted was when the internet and social media was like in its very babies. In 03 there wasn't even no social media. I don't even think MySpace was a thing back then, but it was like starting to pop off, you know what I mean?
AOL was the thing.
And then and shout out to AIM. And then he started like experiencing that whole wave, and going through all of this, LeBron James has been handling it beautifully. He's never had like a negative publicity thing, and he's just been able to be a great role model athlete, like the ideal role model athlete of like all time, you know what I mean? So there's that. Second is okay, LeBron James is known as being one of, if not the most hyped number one pick entering the draft.
And he backed up the hype.
And that's what I was going to get to. Because even when they kept bringing up Zion Williamson being the most hyped number one pick, they always kept saying since LeBron James. And because they kept comparing Zion to LeBron, they kept saying like, oh, and think about that, LeBron was the most high. Like they kept reminding everyone how hyped LeBron was in 03. And he really was. Yep. And he was the most hyped. Maybe if you go really far back, I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Wilt or Kareem. There was someone was really hyped when they were in high school, but that didn't even compare to how hyped LeBron was. Like he was literally already called the chosen one his senior year of high school. Like what the fuck is that? He didn't even go to college, and then he just went straight to the league. And not only, and this is what really surprised me, because I feel like some people don't understand how fucking rare this is. LeBron not only lived up to the hype that he got entering the draft, but he surpassed it. And like that just makes no sense. Like yes, Michael Jordan could still go down as the greatest player of all time.
He was picked number 3.
And exactly. And he, as much hype as Mike had, he didn't have the, not even close to the hype that LeBron had entering the draft. You know what I mean? And this is all about entering the draft. And he, guess that there's a reason Michael wasn't selected at number 1. And then LeBron, first year already entering the league as a rookie, was killing it. He was fucking murking everything, destroying records, being the youngest on so many things that he was, of all the records he was gaining. Now, because he's had so much time in the league, he's been able to he's passing all these records for points, assists, rebounds, minutes. Like the guy is just insane, and that's why to me he's my favorite number 1 pick. And through it all, he might not go down as the greatest player of all time, but he's at least gonna go down. All right, to be safe, if anyone's gonna argue, for me, he'll go down as top 2 or top 3, but at the very least, he's gonna go as top 5. And guess what? With the hype that he got leaving high school, entering the league, top 5 in the history of the NBA is insane. Like, nobody gets that. So yeah, that's why he's my favorite number 1 pick, especially out of all time. What about you? Who's your favorite number 1 pick?
That's a good choice. I'm gonna have to say I might have to go with Shaq.
That's a great choice too.
Shaq, obviously he's a tremendous talent. Has a great career. He's been a 4-time champion. He helped us, here in Miami, bring us our first championship. That's something that we're always gonna appreciate.
Yes.
But something that I really like about Shaq compared to everybody else, I think he has like the most, dominant game, but dominant, off the court personality.
Oh, persona, yeah.
Persona, man. There's just something about Shaq, man. Like in his playing career,
he oozes charisma, man.
Yeah, man. The charisma. He was
which is crazy for someone his size.
Yeah, man. He was. I remember as a kid, man. Shazam. With Shaq, and then with the parades and in the Lakers, can you dig it? That type of stuff. In his last All-Star game, when he was with the Suns, he did that whole routine with the Jabberwockies.
For All-Star?
Yeah, for the All-Star.
Yeah, I remember. That was that's a classic moment right there.
And then the times in his interview when he has the random actions of I gotta find out what it is, but Shaqness, random acts of Shaqness, and
all the nicknames he gave himself over his playing years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this guy was crazy. Yeah, Superman.
It's more for his persona, and the guy has such a big heart in the sense that in every stop that he's had, he's always been charitable. Like I believe in Miami and L.A., he had the charities for Christmas, Shaka Claus, I believe when it came to that. But yeah, overall, the most dominant big man to ever play the game.
Yeah.
And even
everyone always complains that he could have even had more championships.
Exactly, and even more dominant, persona. But that would be my number 1 pick. I mean, my favorite number 1 pick per se. But yeah, this is you guys already know. We got this Ball Talk Deep,
where we talk deep about ball.
And we'll catch you guys later. See you guys soon. Peace.
Take care.